Hi everyone, it's Bob from Greybeard Models. Welcome back to my channel. So we're going to do a quick catch up on the Tally Ho coach, and just like before we start, just like to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. It's been really interesting to see what's happening out there. Sorry about the lack of videos, but over here in the UK the county cricket season has started, so a chunk of my time's been spent watching cricket matches. I've also had some other things going on with the family and friends. I had a friend of mine pass away, so I haven't had much time to do stuff with the model, but enough of that. Let's get on with seeing where we are, and we'll go over to the bench and have a look. Right, so the first thing that I've decided to do is put I think they're called the traces. I'm sure my horsey friends out there, if you'll excuse the expression, will understand what I mean. So it's from this part of the harness that goes from the back of the horse, and it goes onto the fixed points on the carriage. Let's get this into shot and in focus. It goes onto these points on the carriage, and it's effectively where the horse is pulling the carriage. So I've got, as I say, I've got these traces on. Let me just, I don't think that might be better there. So they're just pieces of the evergreen strip, and it's the part number 100, and it's the 0.01 by 0.02 inch or 0.25 by 0.5 mil. So I've used this strip. It's a lot easier to use than try and use any other material. So that's what I've done, is put those on. So the next stage is, I think what I'll do is, the next thing to do is, it will be to paint these, and then get them to a certain, to the right sort of effect, and then I can get them attached to the carriage. So I'm going to go off and do that. I'm also going to do a little bit more painting on the figures. Of course they're not going to be in focus because they're on this map, but yeah, so I'm doing a bit more of the figures, and I'll come back to you shortly. So you may remember that I had this stand that I had in my stash, and to be honest, once I'd put all the carriage and the horses together, it's too small. It's not going to work. So I had another dig around in stuff that I've got, and I actually found this one. Now this one is considerably larger, and it's what are the dimensions? It's about 300 millimeters by 100. So that's the one that I'm going to use, and the reason that I'm going to use that, if I get the carriage, that gives me plenty of room to sort of fit the carriage on, fit the horses on, and possibly do a little bit of roadway sort of stuff on it. So going to use this stand, yeah, because I think it will look a hell of a lot better once all the coach is fitted and all of that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to get on with that next, and also carry on with the harnesses for the horses. So with the new base, what I've done is just done a little bit of sort of road surface with some rocks and bushes and stuff in the background there, and a signpost with London over that way, just to give the carriage something sort of to reference to. So what I'll do now is let's get the carriage and we'll put it on there and see what it looks like. So there's the carriage with all the passengers on board, and then that's what it sort of looks like charging down the lane. Just got to get the horses in place now, so I'm quite pleased with that. I think it looks quite good. So anyway, on to the horses. Well, we've got the horses all hitched up now to the harnesses, and as you can see, there's a bit of muddy road there with them on it. Quite pleased with how that's come out. It is quite a muddy road, bit of a roadside thing going on there, and little signpost there made with some made from some coffee stirrers. So the next stage now is to add a bit more weathering to the coach. So obviously it's going along muddy roads, so it's you know, it's going to throw up mud, so we'll do some mud splatter on that, and then that's pretty much where the coach is. I've still got to do the reins on here up to where the driver is sat, so that'll be interesting to try and work out the reins. So I'm still working on that, looking up exactly how the reins are configured when there's 4 horses, because with a horse, if you've got a rein either side of the horse's head, I suppose you've got one rein in each hand, or both reins in one hand. With a coach and 4, I've got to work out how the reins go, because you could potentially have 8 reins in your hand as a driver, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that's how it works. So I'm going to look up some more and find out how that's configured. So I'll carry on and then we'll come back. Right, so I hope you found that interesting. Like I say, I've gone off to have a look at getting the reins together, and it's quite a complex thing from what I've looked at online. Driving a coach and 4 must have been, and probably still is, quite a difficult thing to do. And looking at the history of the coach drivers and all that sort of thing, they had a pretty hard life, and yeah, hats off to them. But anyway, I'm going to go off and sort out these reins on the coach and horses, and I'll come back to you in the next one when they're done, and it'll be like the final reveal, and then hopefully I can get on to something that I more prefer doing. But I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.